friend Dave again. Um, Overall, this one was pretty good. I thought the action, the visuals, special effects was much better than the first one. But to me, the beginning of this one was much too slow compared to the first one because the first one had a lot of action in it. This one action packed at the end, but just not in the beginning. But to me, overall, it was a pretty good movie. Dave, what did you think of the overall movie?
Uh, yeah, I thought it was good too, better than the first one. And in graphics and the effects, the costumes were really cool too,
Mm, definitely.
really well made.
Yeah.
Uh, the stunts too. I
Mhm.
like the train scene.
That was
It's
awesome.
amazing.
That
Yeah,
was the best action scene.
and the songs, the music in it
Yep.
was really cool too.
Yeah. Let's get into a bit more, a little more detail in here to work our way to the end of the movie. Again, for me, like I said last time on Spider-Man One review, was that the credits in the beginning are way too long. Again, I think they're shorter than the first one. I didn't actually look at the time, but they were cooler. The
Yeah,
graphics were definitely a lot cooler, and I definitely know for a fact the credits were shorter. But still, I'd much rather have like maybe 30 seconds of credits and then the movie starts, not 2 3 minutes of credits like this one had.
yeah, that still a lot from the
Yeah.
movie.
Did you think it was too long? Or
Yeah, but I really liked it because
yeah,
it had drawings from the first movie.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It was
really
cool.
cool things.
It was
Yeah,
definitely cool. But like me personally, I want the movie to start. I don't buy a movie or I don't go to the movies to go watch 3 to 6 minutes of credits.
yeah,
Um, I thought the couple car crash scenes in this one were absolutely fantastic, especially right in the beginning where the cop car, I believe it's a cop car that flips
yeah,
up and smashes
yeah.
on top of the other cars. Oh man, that blew my
It
mind.
almost got the citizens.
Yeah, and he stopped it. Yeah, it landed in a web, right? Didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. The other
No,
one,
the there were strings of webs
oh yeah, yeah,
grabbing
yeah, yeah.
the car.
The another really cool one was the slow motion when Doc Ock throws the car through the window and Peter
Yeah,
grabs Mary Jane and they do that
the close
twirl.
up. Yeah,
Yeah,
close up.
that was really cool.
And the part with the tire passes
Right over his
his
face.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that was sick. I thought the violin was
yeah,
funny.
really funny. Yeah,
The little,
the
yeah,
Chinese girl.
the
Yeah,
Chinese girl playing the violin. That was great. Oh yeah, one major thing in this movie was the swinging from the webs, the climbing, the running, and the
yeah.
jumping was totally different from the first one. I mean, it was like 10 times better
And
than what
his
they had
attitude
done.
and the attitude of Spider-Man is
Oh
he's
yeah, yeah, he's more
sarcastic.
yeah, like when Doc Ock threw the bag of change and he caught it and he threw it
Yeah,
back. Here's your change.
yeah.
That was yeah, yeah. But I mean, right off the bat, the climbing and the camera angles were much better because obviously there's better technology, so they could work with better things, different camera angles and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was more. They had more money to do
Yeah,
this more.
yeah. You mentioned his suit. Um, his
Yeah,
suit looks so much better in this one.
and you can see his muscles there,
Excuse me.
and
Yeah,
but
yeah, through the suit.
you can see the differences between the stuntman
Yeah,
and the actor.
yeah,
The stuntman has more muscles than him.
yeah,
Than
yeah. Well, you
it's
notice it too. I mean, if you're not paying attention to that and you're just watching the movie for the movie, you don't really notice
yeah,
it. But obviously, well, Toby Maguire actually did a lot of his own stunts
yeah.
on this movie. He did, a good almost all of them. It's the ones that they
Yeah, but
wouldn't let him do.
no, he made the stunts that he needed to do,
Yeah.
like the one with when is grabbing
Mhm.
the part where in the slow mo part when
Married. Yeah,
they're
that was him.
on the coffee shop
Yeah.
and the car flies. Yeah, he made that one, but he didn't make the one that when he falls when he tries to jump the building.
Yeah, and he hits the clotheslines and he smacks
Yeah,
against the cars. Yeah, he
yeah,
didn't make that. That was a stunt man. But
yeah,
like, even the ones that they didn't need him to do,
yeah,
he
did,
offered and he did most of his own stunts. Even
yeah,
I'm forgetting her name, Rose something. Aunt May. She did. You know the scene where Peter flies and picks her up and saves her from Doc Ock. You know when they're landing.
yeah,
Well, she did that scene. She did the scene where she's landing on the ground.
yeah,
Yeah, there was no stunt girl for that. She offered to do her own thing.
yeah.
Um,
She was excited.
yeah, she was. Yeah, some of the special features they were talking about how she was, just all for doing her own stunts and stuff like that. Um, trying to. Oh yeah. Again, talk about the train scene. I mean, it was really cool
It
how it
was the best
showed.
one.
It was.
Best.
It wasn't even a fight scene. I consider it to be an action scene. Well, I mean, no. Technically, I can't because Doc Ock and him fought, but technically,
No,
it was the best fight
I
slash
like
action
I
scene out
like the
of.
part when when is out of force and it's almost falling
Yeah,
and the civilians grab him and
yeah. His mask is
the
off, and they don't care.
crowd surfing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And
that's the
secret
best
safe with
part of the
us.
movie.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
that scene. I mean, even if you were to compare the fight scenes slash action scenes from this movie and the first movie, this one was still the better one.
yep.
It's just such a amazing graphics, visuals. Um,
Yeah, the last battle is just
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. What well, really quickly, what I thought was that the train battle was more exciting than the very last battle
Yeah,
with Doc Ock. But anyway,
it was longer too.
yeah. But anyway, the Spider-Man 1 was superhero, cool, generally towards more kids. Not little kids, but kids.
It was a new. He just found his new power,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it wasn't
The point I'm trying to make is in this one, the surgical scene
it was yeah more
was a freaking horror
matured.
film.
Yeah,
Obviously it's not scary. Anybody will tell you who's watching that it's not scary. But
it's exciting.
for something that's supposed to be a superhero movie, to see Doc Ock is killing people and sticking his arm through his chest and throwing them and like
Yeah.
it was a pretty bad horror scene for a superhero movie. That's my thoughts on it.
And the shots from the cameras,
Yeah.
the angles and everything just
It
made
really,
that
yeah, it really made the scene.
yeah made the scene yeah
It just made, I'm not used to watching superhero movies where it turns out, like horror clips in it, and that was some pretty,
yeah.
that was pretty
I
crazy.
remember the part when they close up on the girl screaming
Yeah,
and they close up to her mouth.
yeah,
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 that's a horror movie.
yeah. It is. To get out of the horror stuff. Again, Stan Lee appearance as always, and I thought it was pretty ironic. His scene in the first movie is the exact same scene in the second one. It's him doing something, or he looks at his face, and then he
Saving someone.
saves somebody,
Yeah.
saves a kid. Does it in both videos, both movies, which is always great. I don't care. I don't care what Stan's doing in the movie, as long as he's in the movie, as long as I see his
Yeah.
appearance. Um, yeah, like I said already, the beginning was too slow. Oh, the ending was very cool. With it when I love the visuals on the trinium when he's trying to make the power of
Yeah.
the sun in his hand, and he's taking it down to the bottom of the river. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
The whole fight scene, especially when you really see Toby. Toby gets a really good scream when he's like, "No!" and he's Mary Jane's about to get crushed by the wall.
Yeah.
And if you look at the wall, that wall's made out of steel. Steel I-beams, steel plating, and he
Right.
stops that. That's such a tremendous amount of strength difference in that particular scene compared to the first movie and the second movie, any scene.
And you can see the source of the Spider-Man's powers.
Yeah, it's his
It's
loves
believing
basically.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's believing in the people
'Cause
that he cares.
Obviously I know it's a movie. Obviously I know he didn't actually hold up the wall. But for Superman, it's supposed to be Spider-Man holding the wall,
Yeah.
and you can really tell Spider-Man's growth in strength when in that particular scene.
Yeah.
Anything else that I
Well,
might have
it
missed?
says that the wall is really heavy
Yeah,
and it's
yeah, yeah,
damaging.
yeah. It's really heavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I do want to touch up on is the Doctor Octopus's arms
Yeah.
were
True.
fantastic.
Yeah.
They were just
Amazing.
amazingly done. I think
Yeah.
I think that would have been the movie for me if they would have messed up on his arms, because the arms is such a big part of the movie,
Yeah.
of Doc Ock. If they would have messed up on that, the movie would have been done. It would have, no one would be able to get into it if they looked like these super fake arms.
Yeah,
But
and they really worked on the
yeah,
movement of the arms,
they
trying
really
to
owned
make
it.
it, yeah,
Yeah, it really
trying to
looks
make it
really good.
more realistic.
Mm. Is there anything I'm missing? Anything you want to touch up on? You want to talk about?
I saw one thing on the arms part.
Mhm.
In the beginning, well, you can see the arms as had a really incredible strength
Yeah.
and everything, and with that strength, the arms needed to be really heavy.
Yeah.
In the beginning, it's like supporting all the weight of the arms
Yeah.
on his back, and I don't know
Well, in the whole
how
movie,
can
most of the whole movie, he's supporting. He's standing up, and all
no,
four
but
arms are doing something.
when the arms took control of him,
Yeah.
you can see the lower arms are like are more like two legs,
Yeah.
a more
Exactly. Two
supporting
legs.
part
Yeah.
of yeah.
Well, in
So
the beginning, he doesn't mention anything about the weight, but he does mention that they're supposed to withstand incredible heat, incredible energy, and supposed to be
really strong.
withstanding against magnetism, and they're really strong.
Yeah.
But you think, if in the movie, of course, if Doc Ock was supposed to be able to hold the power of the sun by those things, you think they wouldn't weigh much. You know what I mean? If he's done all these things, you'd think he'd take in consideration the weight.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. And then why does why on the middle of the movie when he is the evil doctor?
Yeah.
Why does the legs need
Support his weight.
to
Support him.
support his
Yeah.
weight? Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. It is a thing in the movie that's kind of like a flaw. Yeah. Um, I haven't seen like the first one I know you're very picky. You pick out a lot of things. I noticed in the first movie you picked out that in the first climbing scene you thought you could see what looked like his harness.
Yeah.
In this one, I know you picked out the arms. I didn't see anything in this one again, to be honest.
Yeah.
Except for the
Just
stuntman, how sometimes the stuntmen don't look like Toby.
yeah,
Um,
but you know this movie was really well made,
oh yeah, of course, of
and it
course.
was better than the first one. The first
Yeah,
one has a lot of problems
yeah.
and flaws.
I,
But
I, I
this one
didn't.
is just perfect.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on this one. I did notice a lot of Marvel movies have the comic camera, I call it.
Yeah.
When it does transitions, it's very comical and stuff. Well,
Yeah.
in this one, I noticed they had one little comic transition in the camera. And I don't know where it was. I don't remember how it looked, but I don't know if you noticed that when I went to go, transition to something, and it looked, very something very comic-y.
Yeah, very like direct.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The film look the action.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Well, I do want to mention one more thing. The blooper reel at the end of this one.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was so funny. It's been 2 days since we watched the video, and obviously I remember more of the movie than I do of the blooper reel. I don't remember much of it, but it was pretty good. I do remember one part when